I got a role in November 2024.
Right.
So with, of course, breaks here and there, but my success story wasn't a month, but it's still a success story.
Mm-hmm.
So don't give up. Keep going. Just know that within you, you have that push, and you have to find grit inside of you to keep going. And also, I would say definitely keep your why in front of you. When you feel
Hi, I'm Anna Anderson, CEO and founder of the Women in Project Management Network. I'm a project manager by profession, a career coach, a PMP trainer, and a LinkedIn learning instructor. But more importantly, I'm someone who's been in your shoes. Not too long ago, I was filled with doubt, stepping out of my comfort zone and navigating rejection after rejection. It wasn't an easy journey, but through perseverance, hard work, and lessons learned, I finally found my yes. That moment changed everything, not just for me, but for the many people I've since had the privilege to help. I've seen how lives transform when you have the right tools, when you have the right support and encouragement to pursue those six-figure project management roles. On the Project Management Connect Show, here I share inspiring stories from project managers who've gone through aspiring to hired. I also bring in industry experts, recruiters, and hiring managers to show us how it's done. Together, we'll explore practical strategies and actionable tips to help you on your journey. So whether you're just starting out, transitioning into project management, or looking to elevate your project management career, this podcast is for you. If project management feels like your calling, or if you're just exploring, it's time to dive in. So let's get started, fellow project manager. Your journey begins here.
All right, today we have with us Kate. Kate is a member of the Women in Project Management Network. Kate just recently, actually not recently, it's been a couple of, maybe a month or so, that you started your role as a project manager. But before we continue, Kate, do you want to introduce yourself to us?
Yeah. Hi, everyone. My name is Kate Opani. I live in the DMV area, and for my role, Legal Initiatives Project Manager. So that's a little bit about myself.
Yeah. So, Kate, let's just go straight to it. And by just checking in, first of all, how did you join, or rather, what made you interested to project management?
I feel like my story starts personally, when I was younger. I've always been the kind of person in my family where I plan things, I put things together like furniture. When something is broken in my sister's house and I'm close by, she would just call me and I put things together. So that is something that has always been in me. And then when COVID happened, I was jealous of my friends because they were engineers and they're working remotely, and there was no way for me to work remotely at that time, the position that I was working. So I stumbled upon being a virtual assistant in 2020, and I started my business. And from then, I was just trying. I didn't have any idea how to be a VA. I didn't even know what a virtual assistant was. And then I realized that even though I was doing the tasks as a virtual assistant, I went for a bootcamp and I became a certified online business manager. And it's pretty much project management where I manage different businesses, and within each business, there's different projects that I have to do. So I was project managing different clients that I had. I had a team, and that is how I got started. I was like, okay, I'm doing this in a contractor way. Why can I not do this full time? So that's how I got started into project management.
Yeah, that's actually interesting that you took your role as an office business manager and thought, hey, I can convert this, or rather use my skills here to become a project manager. Can you tell us, what are some of those skills that you thought, I have this and I can use it as a project manager?
I had good communication because I was talking to different clients at the same time, and they felt like at that time they were my only client. So I had to be good at communicating. So with that, I also had to be good at organizing because, again, I'm working with different clients and they have different projects going on at the same time. So I had to be organized. I would say budgeting skills as well, because you don't want the projects to go over. So I would say budgeting also helped that, and negotiating, because I was negotiating how much I would want to get paid. I was negotiating what I was paying the people that were working for me at that time. So I would say those four at the top of my head are the ones that really helped me become a good project manager.
I love that you mentioned things like budgeting because that's a big thing as a project manager. And I know there's some teams where maybe you have a department that leads the budgeting, but you also still need to know, is your project on budget? And as an office business manager, you use those skills to transfer them into your role as a project manager. But I met you last year and you joined the free masterclass last year. What
Yeah.
made you think like, you know what? Think I wanna maybe now start venturing and led you to joining the free masterclass.
I think working online is good and also at the same time not good, because I was in a bubble. Even
Mm-hmm.
though I had all the resources, I was like, I thought I was getting paid okay. But then, talk to a mutual friend, the one that introduced me to you,
Mm-hmm.
and she was very honest with, how much she makes. And I was just blown away. I was like, I am making half of that and I'm doing all of these things,
Yeah.
right? So that was why I was curious. I was like, let me just go to this master class, see what Anna is about, what she's talking about. So that is what initially got me interested, but also I would say your spirits.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very good when it comes to like picking character, judgment of character, and I could just sense that you want to help me, even though you just met me. And I believe we were going back and forth during the weekend. It's like I wasn't sure if I want to invest in, the program. So after talking to you, and you got me to a place at ease where I'm doing this for me and I'm not just giving you money and nothing is going to happen. So I think that was what made me, after just 2 days, sign up for the program. So
Mm-hmm.
that's yeah.
Yeah. So we started working together and you realized a whole new world in project management. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So I signed up June 2023.
Yes.
And at that time it was summertime. I was in a place also. I wanted better, but I didn't know what better was. I just
Mm-hmm.
knew I was meant for greatness. I need to be in a better place when it comes to financially or projects that I was managing. So I wasn't as serious when I joined. I paid it, I had the money, but then I was also running my business where I was making good money. So I was comfortable when I joined the program, to be quite honest, just
Mm-hmm.
taking a look back. And then just listening and hearing everybody's success story, I was like, I want to be that. But
Mm-hmm.
also at the same time, I wasn't 100% committed, right? And just talking about how from there to now, something happened beginning of this year and I had to take a step back. Things happen, life happened. And when I was ready to come back, I was 100% ready at that time. I knew I could hear the success stories. I was inspired by them, at the same time jealous, because like,
Mm-hmm.
I've been here since June 2023. How is it that Irene came and in a month she got a job?
Yeah.
What is wrong with me?
Yeah.
So that is what I was thinking. But then just staying committed, I finally landed a role that I really, really like.
Yeah. 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 And I know it took a while. Do you want to talk about some of those challenges though? Because I know you took a break because you wanted to pause and you said you were comfortable, but then that mindset, your mindset changed. And you're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, holy cow, what's
Yeah.
happening? These people are getting their roles and I'm still here." And nothing wrong with that because everyone has their own journey. But what are some of those, challenges you faced as you were looking for a role? Because it wasn't easy.
No,
Mm.
it wasn't easy. Guys, I cried. Anna was my therapist as well,
I
and
know.
my mentor.
Yeah.
So the challenges, I would definitely say I came in from a non-traditional background where I did a good job online working with other clients. So clients were coming to me,
Mm-hmm.
asking me to work for them. So this is what I was used to. I was spoiled.
Mm-hmm.
So coming in, I'm like, what do you mean I have to do 500 interviews and, applications and then do 100 interviews.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the kind of person, I still say this very strongly. I'm a recovering perfectionist.
Mm-hmm.
And every time that I got a no, I felt that I was the problem. But it's just that I wasn't used to corporate life.
Yeah.
So I would definitely say that was my challenge, and also just learning corporate terms. In contracting is very different from corporate. So I had that lingo. So having to learn that and having to learn how to have grit, because okay, I gotta know it's okay. I only need a yes, right?
Yeah.
So, and then my story funny thing is when I did get this one offer, that same week I had two other offers.
Yeah, I know.
So
Or
I was juggling three offers. I was, going back and forth. This company is giving me this much. Can you match it? One company said yes. The other one said, no, we cannot match it, but I can give you more benefits. So all of that to say, it took me so long to get a role and an offer. And then the week that I did, I got three. I don't know if I can say it was God's timing or I was ready. And I honestly cannot tell you, but I really did work my butt to get here.
You worked so hard, Kate, that, during that time also, as you're looking for a role, when you decided this is it, you also earned your certification. You got your PMP, you got your Scrum Master certification, which made you start understanding some of the lingo behind it and stuff like that. But tell me though, I know you had tons of interviews. What are some of the challenges that you think a lot of people face when it comes to interviewing?
I would definitely say not being yourself. When I started, I think I was trying to be this preppy and loud person and try to match, other people that I've seen. And I realized that that's not me. I decided to just be myself, where, yes, I'm introverted, but not that I'm not strong enough. I cannot hold a conversation. Introverts do hold
Yes,
conversations.
they do. Yeah.
You would understand
Mm-hmm.
conversation.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that at first I thought to learn the role, I had to be extroverted and loud and funny and preppy, and I wasn't being myself. And I think people can see that. So I would definitely say that could be one. And also not preparing, where you think that you can just apply to this company and then do an interview and not prep for it, because they will also know if you don't prep, because you want to know the company, their missions, their values, and also the person who's interviewing you. Them just hearing you say, okay, I see that you've worked with this company for 5 years. Tell me more. Why 5 years? I'm like, oh, you did your research. So I would say, for my advice and my knowledge, those are the two things where people fail.
Yeah, yeah. No, you're right. Because you're going to be working with someone, and that person wants to see as they're speaking with you, oh, this is someone I can vibe with. This is someone I can go to their desk and just like have a silly conversation with, but also have some type of serious conversation on whatever project we're working on. And also, I love that you talked about prepping, because prepping is very important. Whether you're researching the company, their mission, their values, as you said, or the person, or the job itself. It's very, very important. That's why I always stress about writing stories. I know it's a lot of work.
I know
But
you
it's important. Write your stories. Write your stories down, because it makes you just have that reference point often, and you can always stay ready for those interviews and stuff. All right. So, Kate, you finally got your role. I remember you calling me. Tell me a little bit how you felt.
I was so relieved. First of all, I'm just thinking about, because but I don't think I even told you. I said if I didn't get a role by November 15th, I was going to go to my home country, Kenya, and stay there for 2 months, and then in February come back and start all over again. So in my mind, I had a due date of November 15th. And then for this company that I work for me to start November 11th in the same week. I said this due date back in August. I didn't know what November 15th was. I didn't even know what it was signifying. I didn't know anything, but I just picked a due date in the calendar. I was like, after that, a week, I'm just going to go to Kenya for 2 months. I felt really relieved, and also getting two more offers where I knew that I could do this. I knew I was going to get a role. I just needed one yes. And to get three during the same week, I just felt all that tears and struggles, they were worth it.
Yeah. That's awesome. Congratulations, because I know you are like, what should I do? And I'm like, now this is a good problem to have.
I know.
Really good
I'm like,
problem
help
to
me panic. She's like, no, I can't.
It's, I mean, I just shared with you what I thought, but then you picked what you felt was best for you at that time. All right. So, what do you think made you stand out during interviews?
I would definitely say my experience did stand out. I did prepare. The final round, I did have a panel interview and I did speak to different people and I researched each and every person. So I think that that's what made me stand out and also being myself, where now I do, talk to my manager and then another manager that hired me and they just know who Kate is as a person because I didn't pretend to be a bubbly person. I will talk during a meeting and say what I need to say, but I'm not going to say extra things because I'll leave that for the extroverts. So
Yeah.
I would say those are the things that made me stand out and get this role.
Yeah. So, how has life changed since you stepped into this role then?
Man, I am so relieved.
Yeah.
I am financially secure. I have a lot of freedom and flexibility. My team is amazing. Like my department, it's so amazing because at first I was just like, is this huge company? How is their culture? Our culture is so great.
Uh-huh.
Um, Besides that, I also want to say personal confidence. I could be walking to get coffee and I'm just like looking straight up and I'm not looking down. And it's not like I needed a job to help me with that, but it just helps
Yeah.
when it comes to that. And I just have, a lot of choices where I don't have to, I mean, of course, I still have to budget and look at my account before I do anything,
Yeah.
but I have a lot of choices and that is really, really good.
Culture is such a huge thing when you go to an organization because it makes you feel the way you're feeling right now. If you're confident, you're saying you have an amazing team, and that will actually, translate to your work because you're feeling that confidence and you're feeling that they can support you. So, how did the program help you then?
Man, I don't think I knew anything before I got into the program, and it taught me interviewing, researching different companies. You don't see a manager's email on, let's just say, for example, LinkedIn, how you can get that email. I don't think there's a lot of things online, but then this is like narrowed down to what you need to do. Step one, step two, step three. So that has really, the program really helped me and also making friends where we always check on each other. Hey, you started a new role. How is it? Month one, congratulations.
Yeah.
And it's just good getting those text messages because we genuinely care for each other and we want all of us to grow and find that role and whatever help we can come in. I know we can help each other. So I would say definitely having the community and the program has been very, very helpful.
Awesome. That's really nice to hear. I really love that. And I'm like, when someone gets their role, I'm like, they're gone. But I know I know it's also an opportunity for you to grow and spread your wings and just offer what you have to bring to the table to the organization that you are working for. So, Kate, what advice would you give anyone who is looking for a role in project management?
Don't give up.
Mm-hmm.
Because I felt like giving up 10,000 times a day. But I would definitely say don't give up because I'm a good example. For example, I really got a role in a month. For me, it's the other different story. I joined in June 2023. I got a role in November 2024.
Right.
So, with of course breaks here and there, but my success story wasn't a month, but it's still a success story. So, don't give up, keep going. Just know that within you, you have that push and you have to find grit inside of you to keep going. And also, I would say definitely keep your why in front of you. When you feel that you have done your 25, for example, applications in a week, you can't do it anymore and you need to apply to 20 more, just an example, just put your why in front of you. I'm doing this because I want a better life for myself, or I want my family to be in a better situation, or I want to go back to school.
Mm-hmm.
So just put your why close to you, in front of you. Have it. I had it on my phone, on my watch, on my computer, sticky notes all over the house so that I don't forget why I am going through this.
Yeah, yeah. And speaking of, I know you were gonna get a dog. Did you ever get a dog?
I did. I did.
Oh, what
I
kind?
did. A golden doodle. She's like my everything. I'm thinking of how I'm gonna travel with her. Again, choices. Because I can't. So we are flying together, and that doesn't matter what amount of ticket it is. I because I have choices because of what she helped me with. So we are gonna be traveling together. So
Cute. That is very cute, Kate. I love that. So what's next for you in your career then?
what's next? I don't even think I have had the time to sit down and think about it, but I know for sure I love my we have so many projects that we are working on that will make our organization run better and more efficient. So I want to say that I want to stay there and be a better project manager for as long as I can, and but then at the same time, who knows? But that is what I'm planning on, staying there. The benefits are great. Also my story, I don't have an associate's or a bachelor's, but my company is paying for it. So I'm gonna take, back to school and do that. So
Yeah,
that is my goal for now, and I just love it.
Yeah. So as we wrap up today, how can everyone find you or connect with you?
Yeah, you can find me on LinkedIn/Catherine Opani. And yes, you can find me there.
Yeah. And I'll put your LinkedIn link in the show notes. But Catherine, Kate, you have been a true testament of patience because you joined last year in June. I know you said you took breaks here and there, which was so deserved because sometimes you just need to pause. But when you came back, you had a positive mindset and you pushed and pushed and pushed. And finally, not 1, 2, or 3 roles and offers were in front of you after so many rejections, that were behind you. So what I'm just trying to say, it's timing. It's and patience, and you had all of that. And I'm also so happy that you found a team that you feel so comfortable with, so confident with, and you want to grow with. And it's an amazing organization. So I truly wish you well, and I'm super excited to see where your journey takes you.
Thank you so much, Anna.
Thank you.
Bye, Will.
Thank you. Bye.